Okay, number 4. It gives you a slope. It gives you an intercept. If it gives you a slope and it gives you an intercept, you should know what form to use. Maybe a slope-intercept form. Just have to write the equation. So that first one is slope-intercept form. The second one is point-slope form. When do you use point-slope form? When you have a point and you have a slope. Yeah. So 4, are we done with 4 yet? Andrew, you done with 4 yet? All right, here, I'll explain it again. It's real simple. Look, hey, so right here, M is where you would put the slope. Okay, see that? See where I circled there? B is where you'd put the y-intercept. So you just have to plug these in. It'd be y equals 3x plus 6. When you're given those ingredients, you just have to plug them in, and then that gives you a formula to predict the future. It tells you where that line's going.
So is that the answer?
Yes. You guys are answer addicts.
I got it right.
You're gonna have to go to AA, Answers Anonymous. That was a good joke there. Number 6. The slope is -3. The point is 4, -1. What form are you going to use? It gives you a slope. It gives you a point. What form are you going to use? Point slope. So the y stays a y. It's the y sub 1 that you replace. In this case, it's a -1. The m is your slope. What's the slope here? -3. And then x minus 4. X stays in x. It's the x sub 1 that you replace. Okay, that's the answer there. Number 8 is a lot like number 2. It does not give you a slope. You have to have a slope in order to write an equation of a line. You have to have a slope. You have to know that rate of change. But we can find the slope. We can use the slope formula to find the slope. Once we have the slope, we have 2 points. We just pick one and plug it into the point slope form. 4 minus 10 is -6. -4 minus 2 is -6. -6 divided by -6 is 1. We have a slope now. We use that slope along with a point. Doesn't matter which one. Let's use the one with the least amount of negatives. So that second one would be y minus 10. Hayden, where did I get that 10 from?
I don't know. Hold on a second. The 10 is 4 minus 10.
Yeah, well, where did I get that 10 from? The y coordinate, yeah. So it's y minus your y coordinate equals your slope times x minus your x coordinate. Okay? And then this is the equation of a line that has this slope and goes to that point. Again, this would predict the future. Let's add in 2 days, I planted 10 trees. Man, that's random. What's going to happen in 7 days? In 2 days, I planted 10 trees, because I love the earth. In 7 days, then how many trees would I plant? Well, x is my days. Okay, 7 minus 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. 1 times 5 is 1. Or 5, yeah. And then add over 10, so after 7 days, I planted 15 trees. Was that right? Yeah. Okay, number 10 and 12. We're going to do a Khan Academy assignment on 10 and 12 tomorrow. It's like so, it looks so easy, but when you like really try to understand the concept, for some reason kids have a lot of trouble with it. But a horizontal line is a line that goes straight across, right? It doesn't have a slope. The slope is 0. And since it goes straight across, it doesn't necessarily have to intersect. There's only one situation where it intersects the y-axis or the x-axis. It only is going to intersect the y-axis, right? So this point, if there's a line that goes through this point, where does it intersect the y-axis? Notice how it goes through y at -2. So if it goes through the y-axis, where does it have to go through the y-axis at? Has to go through -2. Good. Where is the vertical line going to be then? It would have to be an x equals, and it goes through the x-axis where? This time, if that 3 2, it'd have to go through the x-axis at 3. So it's a real easy idea here, but the concept can be a little bit more difficult to grasp. So we'll do a Khan Academy assignment about that tomorrow, probably like a warm-up. 12, can you do 12? Done? All right. 14. You're planning to construct a fun box at a local skate park. The skate park safety regulation allows for a ramp on the fun box to have a maximum slope of 4/11. So that's the steepness of this ramp. They don't want you like ramping houses or something, I guess. I don't know. They don't want a big old ramp. They just want a little one. Okay, 4/11. If you use a fun box plan at the right, can you build a ramp to meet the safety regulations? So it's just a question of this steepness of this ramp. 4/11 is what we're allowed. What's the slope of this ramp? You can use a rise over run. How much does it rise? How much does it run? Okay, let's simplify that then. Whenever I have that number 24, I always think of 24 hours, right? 24 hours in a day. Okay, how many hours are in 2 days? How many hours are in how many days are in 72 hours? 3. Okay, so 24 goes into 72 3 times. That's how it simplifies down. Now the question is this under the max allowable slope? So is 4/11 bigger than 1/3? How do we figure it out? If we had, let's say there's 3 people in here with 1 pizza, compared to if we had 11 people in here with 4 pizzas. What situation would you get more pizza, 4/11 or 1/3? 4/11, right?
Hold on. I'm thinking. This mine ain't working right now. Wait, so you get 1 out of 4 of them?
Yeah, because out of the one out of 3, it'd be 3 people per pizza, right? If you had 4 pizzas and 11, you'd have a group where you don't have 2 pizzas there. So then you could split that up evenly to everybody else too. But that's the way you think about these fractions, guys. So yeah, to answer this question, yes, it fits. Okay, yes, it fits. It's okay. 1/3 is less than. Say 1/3 is less than 4/11. I know you guys like to be more exact sometimes than just using like a pizza analogy, but if you had to be exact with this, what are you doing with your calculator? How are you trying to get decimals here to really compare? How do you find the decimal 4 of 11? If you did 4 divided by 11, you could write that decimal down, right? And then do 1 divided by 3, which we should know is 0.33 repeating. Write that down, and then you can compare them that way. Apples to apples might be a little easier. All right. Rocking right along here. Whoa. 16. What we'll find is graphing in slope-intercept form is a lot easier. So you might take an equation and simplify it down to put it in slope-intercept form. That's what they want you to do here. So 16 y plus 2 equals negative times the quantity x minus 4. They want you to put that in slope-intercept form. The way you do that is you just get y by itself. If y is by itself, then you know it's in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form has y by itself. Okay? So what is with y? We have to get it by itself. There's a plus 2 there, right? Let's try to get rid of that. First, let's simplify. So negative x plus 4. On the right side, on the left side, I have y plus 2. When I subtract this over, I will get y by itself. So you'll end up with slope-intercept form. What do you get? Y equals negative x plus 2. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see on that screen. Can you see it? It's over on the right side. We're about half the class asleep here. My daughter gets tested today for allergies. I'm feeling for right now. You know how they do that? Yeah, they prick you with a bunch of needles. Poor little girl. Yeah, so they put like peanuts or this or that or something on like these, and they stick you with them, and then if your skin reacts to them, then.
Sure, that's not torture.
It sounds like torture, doesn't it?
Like.
Yeah, it's science. Well, I mean that's why you're at the doctor's office, right? And then hopefully they can reverse the effects if it's that severe. 3x plus 2y equals 10. How are we going to get y by itself? What's the first step you do? Three x plus 2y equals 10. What's the first step you do to get that y by itself? You could. Want to? All right, let's do it. So you said divide everything by 2, so now this is 3 halves x plus y, kind of have y by itself, it's almost there, equals 5. But now what do I have to do? Now I got to subtract over the 3 halves x to the other side. I would have subtracted over that 3x first, but notice we get the same exact thing. Chloe? It's a golden ticket. Excuse to leave school grounds. Take your stuff. I have a golden ticket.
I think I got it to be negative 3.
Would it be negative? Yes, it would be. Good catch. Chloe, I'll put this online. We're about to the end though. Okay, 20. 20, we just used the formula for 20. Look, it says these 2 points, AK, 7, negative 3, they give you a slope of 5. So that's K minus a negative, give me a second, Chloe. K minus a negative 3 over, what would be on the bottom then? If it's k minus negative 3, do you see where I'm getting these numbers from? It's y minus y, right? On the bottom it would be,
Wait, is it K plus 3?
it would end up being k plus 3, but what's on the bottom?
8 minus 7.
8 minus 7. And this is telling me the slope is 5. It equals 5. So let's simplify that. It would be k plus 3 after I simplify the negative, and then 8 minus 7 is 1. That equals 5. Anything over 1 is just itself. So k plus 3 over 1 is just k plus 3. Can you solve for k now?
It's 2.
Can you? Can you?
2,
Yeah, it's 2. Okay, the rest of them are review questions. I'll let you do them. You're going to skip number 26. Skip number 26. Did I move too fast?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Still
Yeah, a
even?
little bit.
Yes.
Dang.
I know, right?
Why?
Okay, let me know. I need to move it down when we get there.